Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for March 12th, 2014, and we have a large winter storm that's going to be affecting our area, not on the wintry side so much except for our far northwestern areas, but a very busy storm nonetheless. Strong storm system that's going to be moving along the Mason-Dixon line will traverse to the east-northeast and cross over generally along I-78 over to the Lehigh Valley up into northern New Jersey and then continue on towards Boston. This has a snowy side on the northwest side of this system and a very warm and possibly severe weather-laden side on the southeastern side of this system. So a lot of things going on with this system as it moves off to the northeast. And this is actually Wednesday evening. You can see some rain areas that were in rain are going to change over to snow here before it ends. But this system is going to be scooting off to the northeast and exploding as it does so. Areas up here in upstate New York up to Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are going to get a blizzard out of this system. And temperatures in our area are going to range anywhere from the upper 30s up here in the far northwest areas to as much as 70 down here in the southeastern area. So quite a fluctuation in temperatures as well. And that's all because of the dynamics of this system as it passes on by. GFS takes this course up by Boston, and then on Thursday, these winds are going to come in here from the north, and it's going to be very, very cold. So your temperatures that were near 60 in some areas are going to have a 60 to 70 degree drop in temperatures from Wednesday to Thursday, which is pretty amazing. And that's not in air temperatures. It's going to feel like 60 because that's what the air temperature is going to be on Wednesday without any wind. But the wind chills are expected to be below zero at times on Thursday, with temperatures stuck in the 20s for highs. So you do the math there, that's a 60 to 70 degree real field temperature difference. So that your parent temperature, what it feels like, will feel that much of a difference in spread in temperatures, which is pretty amazing. The NAM high res we're going to go to now because this is our future simulated radar off the NAM here. And you can see the northwest zones here that we're talking about having that snow or a mix of rain and snow up here during the day. The 32-degree line is well to the north with the system tracking straight across this area like this. And we're going to put this in motion. This is actually from 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. And you just got some scattered showers or rain showers that are moving through at this point. You can see the areas that are up in the northwest changing to snow up here where they were previously rain. And as the system's going to pull in the cold air behind it. But you see this line right here. This is a squall line of thunderstorms, and this is another aspect of the storm that we had to put on our final call map, which I'll show you in a minute here. But a severe threat exists, especially down here across Maryland, Delaware, and southern Pennsylvania, where there's actually a tornado threat here with some very favorable tornado parameters on the soundings here. So we'll have to keep an eye on this during the day on Wednesday. And this is actually 5 p.m. where this line is starting to get going here, but this actually moves further east and really gets its act together. Now, this is going to be one of those Boeing line segments, so areas down here will be in the tornado threat, but as it goes further east, we're running out of daylight. So as soon as you start running out of daylight, the severe wind threat will continue, but the tornado threat will diminish. So we're just confining the tornado threats in this area here where I'm circling, but then this area over here will still have the severe wind threat as this line moves through here. And this is showing at 6 p.m. Here's 7 p.m. It's now going from the southern Poconos through the Lehigh Valley down towards Lancaster and Chester County, and this little line is now east of the Baltimore-Washington area. But this is now at this point a severe wind threat and no longer a tornado threat for areas further west. Okay, and this continues on here. Here's 8 p.m. You see the line starting to fall apart now, and that's because you have a marine influence as you get close to the Jersey Shore here, and this is going to really fall apart the next frame here, and you can see that here. And that's because once you get this time of year anywhere near the coast, it's going to really the marine influence is really going to cut these storms off pretty quickly. So anything east of that line, you're probably safe as far as severe weather goes. So we'll monitor that during the day on Wednesday and see what the Storm Prediction Center does with that system as well. But so far, they've been agreeing with everything that we have put out as far as map products. And here is that map product for the final call. Our accumulating snow is up here in this zone up here, extreme northern Pennsylvania up here with a 1 to 3 inch area right here, and 3 to 6 is well off the map here to the northwest here. This area in pink here will be an area that can get a coating to up to as much as 2 inches of snow on the back end after a decent amount of rain. And then, you know, this area in green here, which could just end in maybe as a few flakes at the end of the tail end of the system here, but nothing accumulating in this area at all. Of course, the coating to 2-inch area in this pink area would be for mostly higher elevations that would see those accumulations come to fruition. Further to the south here, this is where we outlined our severe threats. Now, the tornado threat is in the red here, just this red outline box here, mostly encompassing Northern Virginia, Western Maryland, and Southern Pennsylvania. So this does include the Harrisburg and York area out to Chambersburg. These are all part of our coverage area here. So this is the part that would be in the tornado threat. But this entire area here in the orange outline here will be in the severe wind threat. So that includes the tornado threat area as well. So within that severe wind threat, which is this whole area here, the tornado threat will just be limited to this area. And then once it gets a little bit further east, we just have the severe wind threat that continues once a line traverses to the east. And you can see we cut it off here right by the Jersey Shore here because you have that marine influence that really just knocks apart the storms. Okay, we're going to move on to the next system, and this is the Canadian model for Monday. Canadian-European model, very close to the same idea here with a storm system. Now bringing this back into the picture, the last couple runs of the system has continued to nudge this thing northwest, and that continued to do that today. This area right here, shown that I'm circling right here, would be all snow if this were correct. So we're going to have to continue to monitor Monday here. We're never really a big fan of the storm on Monday, but there's enough of agreement between the European model and the Canadian model, which has handled these types of systems better this year, at least better than the GFS has, which has nothing. So we have to, it has at least caught our attention as making us monitor this system and put it in the forecast grids. It's a 40% chance of a snow up in this area here, we're in this circled area here. So again, European model does something very similar. GFS is not on board yet, but GFS is not as good synoptically with these types of systems. So we are going to continue to monitor that, and we'll go back to the GFS here. And this is actually as the system pulls away here. We have a cold front that's going to come through Saturday night and knock temperatures back after another warm up. That cool down we have on Thursday is going to be very short-lived, so we're going to be rebounding already on Friday, and Saturday is going to be a really nice day ahead of this next cold front. And then Sunday will be knocking temperatures back down again with cold air moving in behind the system regardless. And then, of course, the GFS does nothing with the system here in the Monday, Tuesday time frame. So too early to make a call on that right now, but there was enough confidence in it that we had at least listed in the forecast grids just in case, and we'll continue to monitor it over the next couple of days. Please stay tuned to the Facebook page and Twitter for the latest updates on the severe weather today. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for March 12th, 2014. Have a great Wednesday.